Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dragon's Rose. I am Rose, the dragon sleeping, and we are going to be doing another episode of Rose Retells. This episode will be picking up where we left off with Alora Stargazer and diving into her second session. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, go click the eye, click the first video of Alora Stargazer's session, and go watch it. And then come back. And now we're going to start. Okay. Alora Stargazer starts off this session disguised as the innkeep while the doppelgangers are disguised as her and Lex. They enter into the battle, fight bravely. Laura has to use Cure Wounds at second level twice to stay alive in this combat. So she took a lot of damage, but she didn't die, which is exciting. She eventually kills her doppelganger, and Lex and her try to intimidate the remaining doppelganger to give him information. Lex promises not to kill him if he shares what he knows. He tells us that the elves were the ones who ordered this assassination attempt, and that the other doppelganger, the third one, is the guard Nate, who's been following Lieutenant Dart around. After we learn this information and realize we're not really getting more information out of him, Alora stabs him, and then Lex stabs him. So, make sure everybody in the room promises not to kill you before you share everything, because Alora technically didn't promise to kill him and not to kill him, and pirate morals, so she did it. Anyway, moving on. They decide to go out and hunt down Lieutenant Dart and Nate and see what they can find out. So they go out there, they find them talking to some other civilians. They play the very helpless girl act up and are like, we heard screaming and come help us, please, oh no. And so the gentlemen come in to help us. Lex and I very strategically block the two entrances of the room that the combat happened in once we enter it, and we're like, look at the bodies, are these the doppelgangers? And Captain Dart's like, what? Yeah. And Nate is all little shaky. We talk about how he fought them, who they were disguised as, and then we mentioned that we got one of them to talk at the end, and we're like, he said the last one is like a guard, and Lieutenant Dart's like, what? And Nate's like, ah, and we're like, yeah, he had an N name like Ned or Nathan or I can't remember. So Captain Dart asks Nate to make a list of all the guards whose name starts with N, and we go, wait, Nate? It was Nate. That's the doppelganger. And so then, we start attacking him. He kind of freaks out, tries to fight us, but we end up beating him up. Lex again tries to intimidate him and get some information from him. She is less successful. Hey guys, sorry, we're back. My air conditioner turned on and it really messes up the audio, so I thought it was better to just cut and pick back up. Anyway, we get some information out of him. He tells us that it was the Northern Kingdoms, which is not the elves, that was wanting this assassination, that it was a personal grudge, and that they were being paid 3,000 gold to do it. He agrees to split half the gold with Lex if she goes in with him on it and kills Lieutenant Dart. We don't agree to that. We continue fighting and basically then try to talk to him again. He then tells us that it actually wasn't the Northern Kingdom, it was the elves, as we suspected, and that the bounty was actually 10,000 gold, and that he was willing to give eventually up to 7,000 gold to Lex if she partnered with him instead of killing him. So Captain Dart, or Lieutenant Dart, comes over and starts trying to stab Nate, the doppelganger, while we're talking to him. Lex and I don't really stop him, so we kind of let Nate and Dart fight it out while we just are trying to get information from him, but eventually he dies. We learn that after that we talk to Lieutenant Dart. Lex does, and tries to deceive him into thinking we are much more powerful and well known in the city, and that it's not going to look good if people find out that two girls saved the day instead of him, and he's trying to get money out of him. She doesn't roll well to convince him of this. Alora steps in and sort of tries to convince Captain Dart to give us anything at that point, and that we don't have to blackmail him necessarily. There are legal ways to be compensated for our help in stopping criminals. And eventually Captain Dart, or Lieutenant Dart, I don't actually know which one it is. Last session we said Lieutenant, this session in my notes it's all Captain, so I'll talk to the DM. I'll let you guys know. But this Dart figure, who's in the military, or in the guard, eventually agrees to give us 100 per doppelganger, which is 300 gold, and horses to get us to Tarman. We settle on that. Lex brings up a second date, and Captain Dart at first says no, but then eventually agrees to a second first date with Lex. I tell him to bring someone cute. So we all go our separate ways, take a long rest, and meet back up with Dart for a date. The date with Dart. There, Dart brought Liam, a tall young man with bushy red hair and freckles. He's very, very excitable and eager, and kind of reminded me of a puppy, but that's fine. We go to the Studded Hog, a very nice tavern. They pay for our meals, we all talk. We learn Liam's backstory, how long he's been in the guard. We learn about some maybe potential contacts in the future. James, the bartender from Steelcliff, which is an island in the Isles where I'm from, and Jonathan Tarek, who is from Marshland, who's a contact of Captain Dart's in Marshland, so if we ever go there. We also learn that Captain Dart's real name is Daniel Dart, so now we're on a date with Daniel Dart, and he's 34 years old. He's from the west part of Westfell, and his family used to be miners. He used to be adventuring around a lot, then kind of settled down in the port town we were in. And so Lex tries to convince him to come on our adventure with us. He declines at first, but Liam, very peppily, speaks up, saying he'll join us, and he wants to come. Alora begrudgingly agrees. His eagerness is not quite at her level of nonchalance with the world, but oh well. You always need contrasting characters. Anyway, after some more talking and convincing, Lieutenant Dart agrees to come with us to Tarman. So we head back to our tavern. The boys, or men, walk us back to our tavern or inn. At the door, Lieutenant Dart leans in, probably for a kiss, and Lex walks away from the door, leaving Dart a little confused, and Liam and Alora there. Liam sort of takes a cue from Dart, starts to lean in, and Alora just kind of closes the door. So, that's that. She's not great on dates or social situations. Wasn't her best moment. Anyway, they all take a long rest again, yay, and leave in the morning. They get their gold and horses and head out to Tarman. They make it to Tarman by nightfall with nothing exciting happening along the way, and that is where this session ended. So we will pick up, hopefully next week, in Tarman, see what is up there. Lex being there to try to get some supplies for her her island, her home, her community, her whatever, and Laura being there looking for her family members. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. I forgot what I was supposed to do at the end of things. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, ring the bell. Yeah, go watch the other ones if you haven't. There's only one other one, but go watch it if you haven't seen it. If you have, thanks for hanging out. If you, yeah, you said give a like. Oh no, I need to go to bed. Thanks for watching my video. Goodbye.